All right, time for the stop button. This is actually going to be a bit more complicated than you would expect, and there's some reasons for it. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab that stop button. We already put the thing on there, so we're going to go to Actions. We're going to go to Code Snippets, and Actions, and Code Snippets. Okay, and Actions again. I'm just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Okay, I still have it selected. God bless it. Okay, whatever. It'll work regardless. Okay. So what I want this to do is to go to frame and stop, right? We can't just do stop at this frame because that's going to be attached to the frame itself, and you could stop it at any frame, right? So I don't want to stop it only on frame 1. I want it to stop on whatever frame. So we're going to say go to frame and stop. So double click on that. It's going to pop up here. We're going to get rid of this extra gobbledygook. Now, normally, I'm not worried about it this time, but normally I would rename a lot of these things. Like these functions don't really entirely tell what's happening. So right now, when we hit stop, it's going to go to frame and stop on frame 5, which is not what we want. Now, I can't just put nothing in there because it does have to have a frame to go to. So let's put 5 back in there for now. There is a neat little thing we can do here, where is if I go over here, you can see get current frame number. Let's go ahead and double click on that one. What that's going to do, it's going to create a variable called frame number. So basically an empty box that's named frame number. And this will hold this .current frame, which means the timeline, it's going to grab whatever frame we're currently on, and it's going to store it as this. All we're going to do is we're going to grab this part here, Control X, go up here, put this before the go to frame and stop, and then what do you think we're going to be putting in here? That's right, it's going to be frame number. Like that. So now what it's going to do is it's going to, when we click on it, it's going to find what the current frame number is, store it as this, and then it's going to say go to and stop, and we're going to put in that number that we got of the current frame. And we didn't have to write any manual code. So we will be writing a little manual code later on, but for now I'm trying to keep it as much like just point and click, right? So now if we go ahead and play this, it's going to look like it's working, and it's also going to look like it's not working. So watch. We're going to hit play. And it's not really working. So the reason why is that it is actually working. What I want you to notice is, notice that the second one going up isn't working, or it's not happening, only the bottom one. If I hit play, you're going to see, watch, it's going to start eventually doing it. So, see? So the reason why that's not, it's going all over the place. The reason, I don't know if you can hear me at all. So the reason why that's happening is this. It is stopping, but the audio isn't stopping. I thought that would. Well, anyway, the reason why it's not happening is if we go into this, notice that the animation, these are all movie clips, okay? Which means they are going to play the entire time on the frame. So if I stop here, let's say, whatever animation's in this is still playing. But you'll notice that it'll stop on this frame. This one wouldn't start happening. The one that goes the second one, because the timeline never got to here. But anything that's happening inside of this is going to happen because it's a movie clip. The movie clip just keeps playing. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to convert all of these. This is going to be annoying. We're going to convert all of them. I'm going to lock this so it's not a problem. We're going to convert all these to graphics. And that way they will play. Because one of the things you might have noticed when we were doing stuff before, right? I can't even preview it. Which, if I can't preview it here, it means when I make the time slider stop, it's going to be playing the entire time. If it previews and I stop here, the preview stops, then I know that, then it will be working. So, what we're going to do is you're going to select this symbol here, okay? Hopefully I grabbed it. Why is it not? Oh, why background graphics? Oh, because it's this, not the whole big thing. Sorry. I'm going to grab the symbol here, and you'll see it says movie clip. Now, here's the thing. We're going to do this, and it's going to work fine. But in the future, if you're making something, you're like, oh, I accidentally made a movie clip. I meant to make it a graphic. Don't just do what we're going to do. Just undo it and remake the thing, because it acts like it works, and it's going to work right now. But a lot of times, this doesn't work. Like, it will sort of work, but then you'll see when you try and do other things, like it just doesn't work right. Like something's weird about it. So you can't just like swap graphics from one to, or swap symbol types from one to the other. Don't do that. Naughty. If you go in here, you'll actually see, I don't think, see, it doesn't have all of them in it. it won't change the symbol here. So just be aware that you need to not do that. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this for right now. So I just clicked on this one and I switched it from movie clip to button. And I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna select this one and we're gonna go movie clip to a graphic. I said button, but I meant graphic. Okay, so they're both graphic. Now watch this. When we're in here, notice that now we can see the individual frames here. And in fact, actually, if I go ahead and play this, bring this over here, and we hit play. See how it's stopping on that one? However, there's an animation inside of that one that has this, okay? So we need to go inside even deeper and grab the individual ones and also make those graphics, which is super fun. So let's go inside of this, and then let's just go inside of here, and then see how this has these animations, which is what we're currently getting. So now we can see these ones, but each one of these is a movie clip, which means it's not going to work. So we're going to grab this, and then I'm going to switch it to graphic. Now, if you use the greater than less than symbols, you'll see that that moves frame by frame, right? Which is kind of cool. If you hold Alt and use it, it goes to each keyframe, okay? Which is kind of handy. So it's a little bit quicker than having to move it down there. So I'm going to go like this, and then I'm going to hold Alt and over. And I still got to click on it. This, graphic, Alt and over, click, this, graphic, Alt and over, this, graphic, Alt and over, graphic, graphic, graphic. Good. Now we have to do that twice because this one is also not going to be. Here we go. And notice now, see how we can see the animation? And actually, is that one? Because I mean, that is a duplicate. I'm not sure if that's going to show up or not. Oh, never mind. It is good. All right. There might be animation inside of this. I cannot remember. There is, but that's the animation of it, so that's fine. Okay. So now, when we go to do this, Control Enter. Oops, it's going to be over here. Play. The audio is not stopping. Okay. But you can see that that is indeed working. Okay. We got to figure out the audio problem. That might be a thing afterwards. Okay. So, we will call that good. I don't know why that's not stopping the audio. I did this earlier and it worked. Hang on a second. Oh no, okay, it's not on there, right? There's no audio attached to this. I want to double check. Okay, good. Yeah, no, it says none. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to event, repeat. What am I missing? Well, anyway, so let's do the replay button. So what I want to do is at 180. Okay. Why is the? Hang on a second. Oh, because these. I think these all gotta get extended because they got moved. So we're gonna hit F5 to extend them. Okay. So at whatever this is, 181. I need to do another stop here. So we're going to click on this. I'm going to go to my actions, and we'll go to the snippets, and we're going to go to this, go to timeline navigation, and we're going to go stop at this frame. Okay. Delete, delete. Okay, so now at that frame, there's a thing that's attached that will stop. So when we get to the end, it will stop there. Let's double check to make sure that works because I didn't actually test this ahead of time. So hit play. I'm just going to let it go through. I'm going to pause it. So if you look, the animation does stop. The audio doesn't, but the animation does stop, which is good. And then I didn't set up thing, but basically the animation does stop at that last frame, which is what we wanted. And now what I want to do is just grab this one, and we're going to go to frame and play. We can also go to frame and stop, so it doesn't actually play. It just goes to the first frame. But we'll just go to frame and play. And we're just going to make this frame, I don't remember if it's 1 or 2. I think it's 1 because it's JavaScript, and so it's indexed, meaning that the first frame is actually 0. In ActionScript, it would be 1. So that should replay it, and that should be fine. I am going to pause this and see if I can figure out the audio issue. All right, so it's actually a pretty easy fix. We're just going to select the audio, and you want to switch it from event to stream. It needs to be stream because it has to be. If I do an event, right, the event tells it to play. There's nothing to. It's just gonna play. If I do stream, it means it's playing as it's playing. It's playing the audio with it. It actually should probably make this match the animation as well better. So we can do stream on the top the top layer. It's just if we go inside to a sub layer. So let's say we go inside of here, and I already have it here. You'll see that it is not. Oops, it is not even an option. All right, so we actually don't need this one. I'm going to trash this guy. Okay, so right, like that. Now, so just change that to stream, and then we're going to test it real quick, and I'm going to see if it is working or not. So, right. Notice that the audio is better too. Looks good. And that always goes to the beginning. Good. And we can continue playing. Okay? So we have all of our buttons. It'll play the animation, stop the animation, and it will start it from the beginning. Now, if you want to make this go to and stop, so it just goes to the beginning, you can do that too, as opposed to go to and play, which is what I currently have it set up to. But that should work. And so now we have a little animation player, and this, whatever inside here, you can put whatever you want. But yeah, there we go. Looks pretty acceptable. All right, and it's all HTML5 canvas. So what's nice with this is that you could make yourself like a dynamic portfolio and put all your animations and have buttons for each one of them playing and stuff. And you can send this to anybody. Anybody can open it up, and it's it's like a self-executable almost. I mean, it's not because it's being read by someone, but you know what I mean. Anyway, yeah. So there you go.